The Jackman Moose River Valley Historical Society Museum is a really great reflection of the history in our valley. It's pretty diverse, and everything in there has a connection to someone who made a difference in this community.
I think sometimes we're just moving too fast forward without remembering that you don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. There's a lot of good things out there that our ancestors did that are worth remembering, worth talking about. And we learn from our errors and from our mistakes, and we learn from our successes and what worked and what didn't work.
We live in a different world here in Jackman. It's the old ways. It's the way of the woods, the ways that I was taught by the old timers. And it's my obligation to pass that on. I feel it's my obligation to pass that on. And my wife used to call it an island on its own, you know, and it's true, we are.
History has always been a hobby of mine, and local history especially, because I like gathering stories of what happened to people when and who and why. It's always been a fascination to me to be able to gather this information, and what's even better is being able to share it with other people.
My goal is to just increase our activities in the community and also get more generations involved, because they're the ones who are going to have to keep it going for the future of it to be successful.
You know, let's face it, you don't really start thinking about the history until you get older. But it definitely has to be there for our youth because they don't stay young forever, and these days there's a lot there that can be learned through the Historical Society for your past and where you come from, and I think that in turn will lead you to wanting to know more.
It didn't mean a whole lot to me when I was younger because it wasn't my family. I guess I just wasn't interested, you know, I'm sorry to say. But now that I'm older, I wish I had paid a little bit more attention to it.
If there was one thing that I could say to the youth of Jackman in hopes that it will get them involved with our society, is their history is our history. They are the future of our community and therefore the future of our historical society. And our greatest concern is that if we don't get the youth involved, as we, the older folks, aren't able to do as much, we are really concerned that the interest in the museum could wane enough that it could be lost.
There's about 3 to 10 people that attend meetings, and that's wonderful, and I think we're growing a little bit, but I really feel that we need to fill some of those voids that have been left by some of the elder people that have died in the last 3 or 4 years that did so much.
The only thing I can possibly say is come in, look, learn, and share.
Talk to the older people, get to know somebody, go shake hands, go talk to some of the older people, and they can give you a lot of knowledge, but if you make friends with an older person, you'd be surprised how much you can learn.
The museum in a nutshell is just a big box full of history, and come out and enjoy it. Just come and see. Just come and see some of the history that this town has to offer.